Okay, the UK officially set to name Andy Burnham as the next prime minister. The new Labour leader wasting no time touting his plan for socialist-style policies while throwing a not-so-subtle jab at the capitalist achievements of former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher.
Britain took a series of wrong turns in the 1980s. Political power was centralised and economic power was privatised. That in turn led to the concentration of more wealth and power in the hands of fewer people and fewer places. This change today is the most significant change moment in our politics for 40 years. It will take us to a country where life is more affordable and all people and places are lifted from where they are now.
Harry Cole is the editor-at-large at The Sun, and he joins us now. So great to have you on this morning. Thank you for joining us, Harry. So the amazing rewriting of history there to forget the accomplishments of free markets over socialism in the 80s and 90s. What are you all in for?
Morning, Charlie. Well, it's starting to feel a little bit like New York in Britain right now. It's very much back to the 70s. He's promising to nationalise railways, buses, utilities, but we've heard all these old tunes before. This is a guy, Andy Burnham, who served in Tony Blair's government. He was a minister that brought in more privatisation than any health secretary to our nationalised socialist healthcare system, and now he disappeared off to Manchester. He became its mayor. He's rebranded. He's cool now. He wears trainers. He likes football. He plays the guitar. He's nice and fluffy. We've heard this so many times. You know, they dress it up. They become all kind of, you know, smiley, wavy, but underneath, that hard left core leaves us all poorer.
Yeah, and it's kind of amazing to listen to him talk about the centralization under free markets, whereas, of course, what he's proposing is the ultimate in centralization of power in the government. I want to play this clip where he appears to be playing footsie with the idea of a wealth tax, which is basically just confiscating people's wealth. Listen.
Economically, what can you do differently? A wealth tax, possibly, of the super rich, which is what a lot of people, economists, are calling for? I'm going to obviously take my time to properly, look at the state of things, particularly the state of the finances. I do believe we need a greater sense of fairness and people feeling that things are being done in the right way and a fair way.
Nothing says fairness like the government ripping money out of the hands of people who earned it.
Well, exactly. Andy Burnham's been very coy about what he's going to do other than that sort of big picture left-wing tilt. There's no real plan. He's not really taking any questions. He's doing those soft soap podcasts with former ex-footballers rather than actually any hard questions. But, yeah, no, clearly opening the door there. He said that everyone's got to pay a little more tax. Everyone's got to pay their part. Britain already has the highest tax burden in peacetime. Our taxes in Britain are higher than they were in World War II. And when we were, defeating the Nazis, and yet he already says that we have to expect taxes to go up. One glimmer of hope, though, with Andy Burnham, he is in hock to the unions. He's been backed by all the biggest public sector unions in the UK, but one big union, the GMB, who represent oil and gas drillers, have also backed him, and he is opening the door now to perhaps finally re-drilling the North Sea, opening up our energy independence, which is something that Donald Trump has called for many times and fell out with the previous Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, over very publicly. So a tiny glimmer of hope there.
You know, it's kind of interesting. Andy Burnham comes kind of out of left field for most Americans who don't follow this stuff closely. How did he wind up in the position that he is?
Well, this is Britain's 7th Prime Minister in 10 years, which tells you something about the fundamental ungovernable situation that the country finds itself in. It's a deeply divided country, mass immigration, net zero, big issues, the cost of living, of course, as it is here in America, affordability, a big problem in the UK. Look, the British public have tried lots of things. They tried electing Boris Johnson back a few years ago. They tried voting for Brexit a few years ago. They tried voting for Keir Starmer, who was already pretty left-wing, back in 2024. He failed to deliver. He became the historically most unpopular prime minister since they invented polling. This strikes me as another roll of the dice, but it's not a roll of the dice by the British public. It's a roll of the dice by the British Labour Party. This guy stood in a special election. Only 25,000 people tops have voted for him. So when he comes in with his hard left agenda, when he comes in promising to take us back to the 70s and unpick Thatcherism and unpick Blairism, he has not got a mandate for this. So I have a horrible feeling all this hopey change stuff is going to hit the runway at 500 miles an hour Monday morning when it comes into contact reality, because the British public, no one's voted for this guy.
Yeah, well, we are familiar with the hopey change not quite working out. Really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on, and
Anytime.
hope you'll come back as things develop further.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.